尊敬的拜登副总统和夫人，
Vice President Biden
尊敬的
and your wife,
克里国务卿，
Secretary Kerry.
还有我很难一一点到的我
I
的
can't
新老朋友们，女士们、先
name
生们，
all the friends, both old and new
感
here.
谢
Ladies and
拜登副总
gentlemen,
统和克里国务卿
I wish to thank Vice President Biden
以
and
及中国
Secretary
代
Kerry
表
for
团
hosting
举
this
行
welcoming
欢迎
luncheon
午宴。
for me, my wife, and the Chinese delegation.
拜登副总统是我的老朋友了，我可以这么称呼
To
吧。
me, Vice President Biden is an old
这个因
friend,
为我们这个有来有往的，互相邀请到各自
and
国家去
we have interacted
访问
with each
我
other
们
so
在一
much,
些有
and
长达
we visited
10
each
个
other's
小时的
countries,
深入
and
交
we
换意
spent
见。
more than 10 hours together exchanging
克里国务
views.
卿呢，也都是我们的老熟人了。
And Secretary Kerry is also our old
在座
friend.
的许多人士呢，都是中美关系的直接的参与
And I
者，
have also seen many
贡献者。
familiar faces in
很
this
多也都
room,
是老相识了。
friends who have made
老友
direct
重逢。
contribution to the growth of
这在中国人
China-US
看来
relations.
是一件很值得高兴的
It
事
is
情。
such a delight to see old friends
借此
again.
机会呢，我要向你们，并通过你
Let
们
me take this opportunity
向
to
长期以
express
来
sincere
对中美关系发展
appreciation
付
to
出
all of
辛
you
勤努
and
力
through you
的
to
美国
American friends
各界朋
from
友
all walks of life
表达
who have
诚
long
挚的谢意。
dedicated themselves to China-US relations.
今年呢是世界反法西斯战争胜利70周
This
年，
year marks the 70th anniversary
也
of
是
the
中国人民
victory of
抗
the
日战
World
争胜利70
Anti-Fascist
周年。
War and the victory of the Chinese
70年
People's
前
War of Resistance against Japanese
中美两
aggression.
国并肩作战，
70 years
共同
ago,
抗
China and the
抵
United
抗法
States
西斯
fought
侵略，
side by side against
捍
the
卫了
fascist
人类和
aggression
平、
to
自由、
defend the
正
cause
义，
for peace,
涌
freedom,
现出许
and
多可歌可
justice.
泣的感人故事。
Many touching stories have been left behind
1932
and
年
are still
2月，
being told today.
赴华担任
In
战斗
February
机试飞员
1932,
兼教练员的罗伯特·肖特
Robert Short,
为阻止
who was
敌军
serving
军机
as
攻
a
击
fighter
中国
jet
民
test
众，
pilot and trainer in
自发
China,
投入战斗，
lost
不幸
his
牺牲，
life
成为第一
protecting
位
local
美
Chinese
国
from
援
an
华
air
的空
raid.
军烈士。
He was the
1942
first American
年
airman
4月
to die in aerial
美国
combat
空军
for the
中校
Chinese people.
杜立特
And in April
率领轰
1942,
炸机编队
Lieutenant
执
Colonel
行完成任务，
James Harold
由
Doolittle
于
of the
燃油
U.S. Air
耗
Force
尽，被迫
led a group of bombers
坠毁在
returning
中国的
from
境
a
内。
mission. Their planes
当
ran
地
out
中国
of
军民
fuel
舍生
and
忘
had
死
to
的营
force
救
land in China,
，64名美国
and
将
some of
士
the planes
美军将士
crashed.
成功的返回了故
At
土。
the risk of their own lives, local
在
Chinese
那
and
段血与火的
Chinese
血
soldiers and
岁月里
civilians came to their
中美两国
rescue
人民
and
结
later
下
helped
了
64 U.S.
深厚的
airmen
战斗
return
友谊。
home safely. A
中国
strong
人民
bond of
永远不会
friendship
忘记美
was
国人民
forged
所
in
给
those
予的
days when
宝贵
China
援
and
助。
America fought alongside each other through blood and
70
fire,
年来啊，
and the Chinese people will always
中美
remember
关系
the
发展
valuable
可谓是
assistance from
一
the
波
American
三折。
people. Over the past 70
从
years,
第二次世界
China-US
大战期
relations
间
have
同
traveled
处
an
一个战壕
extraordinary
的战友，
journey. We were
到
comrades
冷
in
战时
arms
期大多
during
数
the
时
World
间
War
不相
II.
往来的对手，
Then we became rivals,
再到今天，
estranged from each other
利益
for most
交
of
融
the
的伙
Cold
伴。
War period. And
中
today,
美关
we're
系
partners with
历经
closely
风雨，
intertwined interests.
但总体
Despite the
上仍
twists
然
and
不断
turns,
向前发展，
China-US relations
给
have,
两
on
国
the
人民和
whole,
世界人民
moved
带来许
forward
多的福
and
祉。
delivered much benefit to the people of
这
the
个
two
变化
countries
难
and
道不大
around
吗？
the world.
基辛格博士
Isn't
就
that
跟
a
我
huge
讲，在
difference?
他们70年
And
代
Dr.
进行
Kissinger
破冰之旅
said
的
to
时
me
候，
that in the
根本
1970s,
就
when
没有
they
想到
conducted the
今
ice-breaking
天中美
journey,
关系会
they
是这个
had
样子。
never imagined the way that
当
China-US
时只不
relations
过
have
是
become
解决一些
today.
眼前的
At that time,
战略问题，
they focused on the
但是没有
immediate
想到如此
strategic
之交融。
issues, but they never imagined that
同
our
时他也
interests
讲到
could
了
have been so closely
当时也
intertwined.
根本
And
没
he
有
also
想到
said to me
中
that
国
back then,
经济社
they
会
had
会
never
发展到今天
imagined
这样
that
的。
China will come this far in terms of economic and social
展望未来
development.
中美两国作为最大的发展中国家和最大的发达国家，
The
双
question
方
we
要
face
发展
today
什么样的
is
中美
how
关系？
China, the biggest developing country and the United States, the biggest developed country, should work together to take our relations to the future? The answer, I believe, lies in making the right choices on two things of fundamental importance. First, China and the United States need to increase strategic mutual trust, seek peaceful coexistence, and prevent the so-called Thucydides trap from locking the two major countries in conflict and confrontation. The two sides need to read each other's strategic intention properly and do what they can to avoid misunderstanding and miscalculation. Yesterday evening, President Obama and I exchanged views in an in-depth manner on enhancing strategic mutual trust. The path China follows is one of peaceful development, and China does not pose a threat to other countries. China wants to work with the United States for common development and prosperity. We hope the U.S. will do the same, and we are sure that the U.S. is doing the same. Second, China and the United States need to work together to make the pie of cooperation bigger, to better serve the interests of our two peoples and the wider international community. This requires that the two sides focus on shared interests and unlock the potential for cooperation. The two countries may strengthen practical cooperation in business, military, law enforcement, energy, culture, and people-to-people exchanges. This will make life better for our two peoples and bring them closer together. The two countries may work together to promote settlement of regional issues such as the Iranian nuclear issue, the Korean nuclear issue, and Afghanistan. We may also join hands to tackle global challenges such as terrorism, climate change, and epidemic diseases. Together, China and the United States could contribute more to world peace, stability, and development. Just now, the Vice President and Secretary Kerry mentioned that we still have differences between us. But I don't think they should become a source of conflict or friction. These differences will continue to exist for a long time to come, but they could be an impetus for even more exchanges and mutual learning. So long as the two sides bear the larger picture in mind, have mutual respect, and talk with each other on equal footing, we could manage differences in a constructive way and narrow them down as long as we work hard enough. This, I believe, will ensure that we hold firm to the overall direction of cooperation between the two countries. It is heartening to note that from the Sunderland's meeting in 2013 to the Yingtai talk in 2014 and to the in-depth discussions we had at Bell House and the White House this time, President Obama and I have demonstrated firm commitment to building a new model of major country relations between China and the United States. Guided by this agreement, my current visit has produced fruitful results. Fresh and significant progress has been made in negotiating a bilateral investment treaty, strengthening confidence-building mechanism between the two militaries, expanding cultural and people-to-people exchanges, tackling climate change, and increasing coordination and collaboration in multilateral affairs. This is once again sending a clear and positive message to the world that China and the United States will work more closely together to meet challenges. Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, heart-to-heart communication between our two peoples is the source of strength of our bilateral ties. The growth of China-U.S. relations won't be possible without the mutual understanding and support of our people. During my visit, I've been deeply impressed by the sincerity and enthusiasm for cooperation on both sides and by the friendly sentiments shown to the Chinese people from the American people. I have every confidence in the bright future of China-U.S. relations. And last night, President Obama showed to us his great sincerity in promoting common understanding between the two sides. As Secretary Kerry just now said to us that this room is named after Benjamin Franklin, one of the founding fathers of the United States. And Mr. Franklin had a close connection with China. He has such great respect for Confucius. the Chinese philosopher, thinker, and founder of Confucianism, that he personally promoted Confucius' moral philosophy among the American people. He once observed that energy and persistence conquer all things. Similarly, there is a saying in China that suggests as long as we keep at it, we could make a rope saw through wood and water drip through stone. I am convinced that as long as our two sides join hands and move forward together with perseverance, we will continue to make new progress in growing China-U.S. relations and better serve the people of our two countries and the world at large. In conclusion, I invite you to join me in a toast to friendship between the Chinese and American people, to an even better tomorrow for China-U.S. relations, and to the health of Vice President Biden, your wife, Secretary Kerry, and all friends present. Cheers.